Judit and Jack from the PPC team. I'm a client lead and I'm an ex-PPCer as well. I can already hear all of you do the math. That's 1 to 3 PPCers on stage. It has to be at least 15 minutes above Performance Max. Not to worry, we're not going to talk about Performance Max, but we are going to talk about automation within PPC. And not just automation, we're going to talk about the algorithm behind automation. And this is a very fun and interesting and important topic because all our advertiser platforms have one thing in common, and that's to automate absolutely everything. This is very important for them because they get a little bit more control over their own platform. And it's important for their customers because they can get a lot of new customers because it's so easy to start advertising online. We at Wolfgang obviously love automation as well. In fact, 92% of all our campaigns and all our budgets within those campaigns are running on smart bidding algorithms at the moment. That's a lot if you compare it to 2015 when we were only running 18% on smart bidding. And to be fair, like smart bidding has become really good, so we have to use this. If we don't use it, our competitors will, and we'll lose against our competitors. But yeah, if everything is automated, that poses two very important questions. First one, what on earth are these PPC people actually doing? And the second one, how can we still beat the competition if everything is automated and everybody is using these same super powerful tools? Doesn't matter what type of business you are, like you're still stuck to like these tools like Performance Max that everybody uses. So how can we still win? And yeah, that's simply answered by looking at what makes a winning Google Ads campaign these days. So back in 2015, we were fully focused on account structure and nitty-gritty campaign management. Every single CPC we had under control. We changed this from 20 cents to 21 cents. Every keyword had its own ad copy. And today, we kind of still do that, but we add a big layer to that because currently the best data wins. It's not anymore that the best account structure wins, but it's the best data because all these automations, they're running on an algorithm, and that algorithm thrives on data. So our job changed from managing campaigns in 2015 to hacking the algorithm in 2024. Almost forgot the year. We're constantly busy trying to find ways to feed our campaigns with better data and more relevant data to train those algorithms to do their job better. And we do that on the basis of 3 pillars. The first one being data quality. How accurately are you measuring your data, and are you sure that your data is free of spam and free of double counting? The second one, data relevance. Is your data that you're providing to your algorithm guiding that algorithm in the right direction for it to understand what it needs to do to reach your KPI? Then the third one, data volume. Are you providing enough data to the algorithm for it to learn and understand how to reach your KPI and optimize itself to reach your campaign goals? So we have a lot of experience with these 3 pillars, and we reached a lot of very good results. There are 2 really good case studies that really show how important it is to add these layers of data to your campaign management. I'm going to start with Judith.
So hi everybody, I'm going to explain the case study for Will. For those that doesn't know who's Will, Will is a Japanese company that produces smart wheelchairs, and they are expanding their business in Europe. The objective is to generate leads. They have this contact form in the webpage where people can fill the form and go to a local store to test the wheelchairs so they can see if they like the product or not. But as I said, they are a Japanese company. So the main issue at the beginning was that nobody knew them in Europe. As a new player in the European markets, they lack brand recognition. So as you can see in this graph, if we compare the brand searches for Will and its competitors, we can see how they are in the bottom. So if that wasn't enough, in PPC we're missing the 3 pillars, and now I'm going to explain why and how we solve it. So first of all, we couldn't target people with disabilities or people looking to buy a wheelchair because we are not allowed to do this in Google. So we couldn't guide the algorithm to target the right audience. And because of this, we were generating low conversion volume, so we didn't have enough conversions to turn on smart bidding and make it work. And lastly, because the leads are qualified through distributors, not through Will, we didn't know if the quality of these leads were good, or maybe there were some spam leads from bad quality placements. So basically, we didn't have any visibility on this, and the data pillar was missing. So how did we solve it? So the first thing that we needed to do was to give the Google algorithm more information to work with. So for that, we had some soft calls in the account. So at the beginning, we only had the book a test drive, and then we had some soft calls like the PDF download, the lead form extension, and the contact form. Then we needed to guide the algorithm to optimize for the most important conversion. So we implemented the bit to value strategy. Bit to value consists on assigning values to each conversion based on how important they are for the business. So as you can see here, the PDF download has a value of €1, the lead form extension 50, the contact form 60, and the most important conversion has the higher value. So the book a test drive has a value of 120. With this, now we were guiding the algorithm to try to use the information from all the conversions, but try to optimize for the most important one. And lastly, because now we have a conversion for each state of the funnel, Google knows that if someone is getting the PDF download, that means that they are interested and they are a user that they should target. So with this, we were able to improve our targeting, and by that, we improved the quality of our leads as well. So basically, it was an integrated cycle where we improved the volume pillar by adding some soft calls. Then we guide the algorithm by assigning values to each conversion. And lastly, with these two pillars fixed, we were able to fix the quality of the leads as well. So basically, we moved from a journey of optimizing for lead volume to optimize for lead quality. And what were the results for Will? So if we compare last year to previous year, we generated 66 more leads, 319 more marketing qualified leads, and 443 more sales. And now Jack is going to take you through another case study.
So I'm going to bring you through a case study on one of our clients, Otterbox. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what Otterbox are, they're a global phone accessory brand with roots in Colorado. But their EMEA headquarters are right here in Ireland. They're located down in Cork, and we've been working with Otterbox for about the past 3 years. So in late 2022, we began a new project with the client, which was to grow the brand internationally outside of its key European market, which is Ireland. In order to do that, we needed to start spreading awareness. So we developed and implemented an awareness strategy using display and YouTube campaigns. So initial results were actually really good. We had low CPMs, low CPCs, low CPVs, and a high click-through rate on many of these awareness campaigns. But we dug a little bit deeper and we could see there was actually a really low number of sessions coming through in Google Analytics. So it is typical for us to get like a discrepancy between clicks in Google Ads and then sessions in Google Analytics. But in this particular case, we are getting, let's say, 1,000 clicks and only about 10 sessions for any given campaign. So it was like really, really low. And what this meant is we didn't really know the full value of our traffic. We couldn't actually track people any further than the click. Now, the system wasn't broken, and Google Ads is doing exactly what we were telling it to do, because we wanted clicks and we wanted impressions, and it was getting us loads of them. But we could see the bigger picture, and Google Ads couldn't. So why does this happen? Well, there's a number of different reasons as to why it can happen. There could be tagging or tracking issues present. There could be users who are clicking on the ads and then are bouncing back off before the session even started. But the most common reason is to do with spam or bot traffic. Now, Google does have controls in place to try and stop this, but it can be really hard to spot, and then in turn it can be really hard to stop as well. So we wanted to increase the value of our traffic, but we needed to figure out exactly why this is happening in our case. We realized 3 different things, 3 big issues. Firstly, our ads were showing on a really high number of what we considered spam websites. We also knew then we were getting this really high volume of clicks in, but it wasn't translating to sessions in Google Analytics. And in turn, this was creating low value traffic for the client. So how would we solve it? Well, the first thing we needed to do was we needed to start feeding the algorithm with good quality data. So we implemented a script which effectively blocked our ads from showing on any spam websites in the future. We then needed to shift the focus away from just driving clicks and just driving traffic and actually driving value and therefore driving conversions. So at the time, and still our primary conversion action, it's sales, because Otterbox is an e-commerce website. But display and YouTube campaigns don't really get a huge number of sales. It's not really their job. It's not their purpose. So we need to supplement the sale conversion with soft goals in order to get more volume and in order for Google Ads to learn a lot quicker. We effectively wanted to trick Google Ads into driving clicks by driving conversions. When a user landed on the website, we wanted them to complete a couple of different actions. We wanted them to either stay on the page for 30 seconds or more, or we wanted them to visit 2 or more pages. If they did either of those, we'd give them a value of 1. If they completed both of the actions, they'd get a value of 2. But if they didn't complete any of them, they wouldn't get a value at all. And what does this mean for the client? Well, it meant improvements overall. We saw an increase in the click-to-session ratio and then a decrease in the cost per session in 2023 versus 2022. And overall, we were driving 327% more sessions for the awareness campaigns year on year. This extra layer of data meant that we are now getting more high-value sessions in to our awareness cycle, which we could then use for remarketing campaigns. This in turn led to purchases that would inform audience signals we could then use for awareness. And then most importantly, it actually meant revenue increases as well. We saw a 25% increase in revenue for OtterBox's, 2 of OtterBox's priority growth markets in Europe in 2023 versus 2022. Now I'm going to give back to Jelle. He's going to tell you more about his shoes.
So these are 2 really cool case studies that really show how important it is to go beyond campaign management and start hacking the algorithm next to that. We can imagine it must seem like a little bit of a daunting task to start, hacking your algorithm, but it's actually really easy to start. The main thing that you have to start doing is start translating your data of your audience into data. So start seeing what the relevant audience is to you and how their actions and behavior translate into data. See if you can measure it, and if you can, and how much of it you can measure, and start feeding that into your advertising platforms. Like these 2 case studies, they've been fully focused on data coming from Google Ads and from the website itself. Just start imagining what you can do if you feed in your CRM data, your offline data, your in-store data. The options are really endless. We really recommend to start hacking your algorithm and getting an edge to your competition that way. Thank you very much.